You got some money? Give me some money, kid, if this is your house. Y'all hear Jayla asking me why am I in here saying this is her house. Jenny gonna be in my YouTube video. Why you put the cat down? Put him outside. He wants to go outside for a little while. Put him outside. Put him outside. Are you gonna be in my YouTube video with me? No. Why would you do that? Well, hurry up and get out so I can start my video. She's so rude with a scarf on her head, bonnet life. If you got her. Why don't you go with, give me a bottle of water. Since you're here. Give me a bottle of water. Give me a bottle of water. Y'all, this is their second day not being home, with it being a, stop it. With it being a e-learning day. Child. But listen, oh girl, I don't start talking without even doing my intro. So hey girl, hey girl, hey girl, hey. Welcome back to my channel, guys, and welcome back to another video. If this is your first time here, welcome, my love. Please stick around, don't be a stranger, and do consider subscribing. If this is not your first time, you already know the drill. I see you watching me, watch me, baby. So go ahead and subscribe, honey. So guys, this is actually going to be my, I think my second upload in 2024. I have did some other videos, but I haven't uploaded them yet. I was actually going to upload one today because today is actually January the 10th. Yes, it is. I think it's the 10th of January. Make sure I remind y'all. Hold on, guys. I got a new phone. I just haven't did everything I need to do to set it up yet. But yeah, it's Wednesday, January the 10th, guys. And I was going to upload another video for you guys today, but I'm actually going to upload this video today. Well, I'm going to start it anyway because I have to do this video really quick because I have to go out and get some stuff done for work. But guys, those of you who are new here, let me do a little quick little introduction. I'm gonna get straight into the video. I'm Ify Constance. In this video, I am going to be discussing some of your questions, comments, and concerns about me and, you know, surviving a marriage scam. Those of you who are new here, this may be your first time watching me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You're absolutely going to love it here, whether I am doing a I survived a marriage scam video, you know, in that series, or just a regular video of just my day-to-day whatever I'm doing. But I brung my ex here from Nigeria and he scammed me for a green card. And in this video, like I said, I'm going to be discussing some of you guys' comments and concerns and questions and all of that stuff. Really quick video because it's already 5 o'clock in the afternoon, guys. One of the questions that I get a lot, guys, when I uploaded that video, now the scammer wants my money, I got that video on YouTube. It got like 681 views on YouTube. That video was shared over 100 times to other platforms. It got 45 comments on YouTube, and I got 32 emails about that video, and it got numerous comments on the other platforms that it was shared to, because I go to those platforms and I look at the comments there. I don't comment back, I just read them and see what, you know, what people are saying. But one of the things that a lot of you guys are saying about that video is, I wouldn't give him a dime, I wouldn't give him a dime, I wouldn't give him a dime. Baby, you don't have to worry about it. I did not give him 1 cent from what I received from the sale of that home, because 1, he wasn't entitled to it. 2, he didn't deserve anything whatsoever. He wasn't entitled to it, he didn't deserve it. I wasn't giving him anything, and I didn't. So I know a lot of you you know, have questions and thoughts and concerns about that. I definitely didn't. At the end of the day, No, I'm not single, but I'm a single mother, if that makes sense. You know, at the end of the day, my children are my responsibility, and I'm not giving anything to anyone that's going to take food out of my children's mouths, or clothes off of their back, or necessities out of their reach. I'm just not going to. I'm not going to give anyone anything that doesn't, one, doesn't deserve it, and two, doesn't assist me with the day-to-day, you know, of being a parent and taking care of my children and their needs. I didn't give him one penny from that, and I'm never going to. Never going to. So you guys can stop with that. Another thing, it's one thing before I get into you know, what else I'm gonna discuss, because this is not gonna be a long video at all. It's one comment that tickled me, guys, and it was, let me see, because my moderator screenshot it and sent it to me. And also in one of my videos, I haven't uploaded it yet, but I will. Me and Jayla was talking about it, but like I said, I haven't uploaded that video yet, so you guys are not even gonna see you know, see that by the time this video drops, because I haven't uploaded yet. And my moderator, you know, one of my moderators deleted and blocked their asses from my channel, because guys, you know, this channel is a safe place where we don't do trolls. But this person who created a channel, because when people make certain comments on my videos, and you know, and they go through because a keyword, you know, isn't addressed to stop them from going through, well, a keyword isn't recognized to stop them from going through, you know, I go in, I read all of y'all comments. I don't comment back all the times, you know, depending on what I'm doing, but a lot of times I will heart the comment and move on, and sometimes if I have the chance to, I will comment back. But this channel was created because if you don't know it, when you comment on a YouTube channel, you know, you can always go to that page and look and see with the about information to see when that channel was created. This channel was created right after, like the day after I uploaded my first I Married a Scammer YouTube video. This channel was created like really the day after that, and I'm assuming they have just been trolling my YouTube since then, and really haven't been commenting, but just been trolling to see what I you know, what type of videos I make, what I say, or whatever. But after I did my healing part 3 video, that video I think I uploaded it maybe 7-8 days ago, the first comment they made was, young and dumb making babies, no excuse, even young people know they need to use protection. And this comment is, you know, the name is You're a Mess. That's the name of their channel. That's their YouTube name. So and let me just tell you something, because in that video, guys, you know, when I talked about my older children's father, you know, I said we were young and dumb making babies, and you're talking about no excuse. I haven't offered any excuse. I'm never going to offer any excuse. We were young and dumb making babies, and at the end of the day, if I could do it over again, I would. Did we use protection? No. If I can go back and do it again, like I said, would we use protection? No. I have beautiful children who came from that relationship, and it's no excuse, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. I'm an adult. I take care of me and my children. That's what I said. No excuses. I'm never going to make any excuses for it. That's what I did. I'm sure your ass out here probably not using protection either. I mean, because you're hiding behind the internet. You probably have 35, 40, 50 children somewhere, or have made that many, or you probably have swallowed that many or aborted that many, you know. But like I said, we were young and dumb making babies. That's what it was. No excuses. If you are here and you've been here you know, I don't make excuses on this channel. I am very transparent and I am very open. There are no excuses made about nothing here. The next comment they made is the comment that had my moderator block and delete their ass. It said, still moving men in with your children. And that comment, because when I saw it and before I could go to it and respond back to your ignorant ass, my moderator deleted you. But I know you're watching. You can't watch from that fake channel. You're watching from your real channel. Now let me address that, because that's ignorant, and then I'm gonna get to real comments and everything, and real concerns of people who actually watch this video, you know, watch these videos. First of all, you ignorant fool. First of all, other than my father, I lived 2 men in my entire life. 2. One, Joe, my older children's father. And when we were living together as 2 parents living in a home providing for their children. And let me back up and let you know how long ago that was. Jayla is 17, Nadia is 12, Camion is 21. The last time me and Joe lived together, I wasn't even pregnant with Nadia. I wasn't even pregnant with Nadia, I don't think. No. I think the last time me and Joe lived together, Jayla was maybe 2 or 3 years old. I mean, because you're reaching, baby. You're reaching so hard and trying to get so much attention. So I'm going to give you a little bit of attention right now. You're reaching. But you don't know what you're reaching for, and you don't know what you're talking about. In that household, Cam, Jayla, me, Joe, we're living together, 2 parents providing for children that they created. And when I got pregnant with Nadia, we were no longer living together. When I gave birth to Nadia, because at that point he had already moved back to Raleigh, but of course we still had a relationship because we had children. And when I gave birth to Nadia, not that it's any of your business, but I'm going to say it anyway, because before I could respond to your ignorant ass, my moderator went on ahead and took care of your little silly ass so you couldn't bring stupid shit to my channel. But when I gave birth to Nadia, of course, he was there doing her birth. He stayed several weeks with me to help me take care of his newborn baby, because we still communicate and had a relationship. Probably something, you're probably a female who's jealous because you don't have a relationship with your children's father and they don't help you provide for them. Because Joe helps me take care of all of my children. If there's anything I ask for, he's going to give it to me. Even the ones that aren't his, he does. So, and like I said, he came, he stayed, he helped me take care of our newborn, plus Nadia, Jayla and Cam. And if he wasn't, you know, coming to stay with us, I would go and stay with him and take the kids for a few weeks in Raleigh. But when we lived together, we were 2 parents in a household providing for our children. Other than Joe, no one ever lived with me but my older sister, the one that I spoke about in some of my previous videos. And other than her, the dude I was married to. So you get on here and you reach and you reach and you reach and you don't know what you're talking about. So my thing is, are you talking because you heard his voice in my Christmas video? Is that what your issue is? Because you heard his voice? Because I'm not sad and depressed and lonely? Probably like you are, and you want me to be, but I'm not? Probably like you are. Probably like you are. And it's not like he's a stranger. I've known this man over 20 years, like 23, 24 years, something like that. I've known this man longer than I've known, but longer than I have known my children's father. I've known this man longer than I have had children, because Cam, my oldest child, is 21. I've known this man longer than I've known my children's father, so he's not a stranger. And throughout those years where me and Joe wasn't together and we split, yes, I dated. Of course I did. But these men that I dated didn't meet my children. They didn't come to my house. They didn't know where I lived. They damn sure didn't move in my home, because I don't play those games with my children. I know I may get on YouTube and say and do a lot of foolishness, but I ain't that foolish. But I'm sure it's some hurt female who has gone through something, and instead of working on yourself and healing yourself, you want to throw things at other people. And it's probably, you know, and that's why I say, guys, certain comments, I know they're not coming from strangers. It's coming from someone who knows me and has an issue and tries to, you know, say things and put things out there on my channel that's not me and has never been me. But at the end of the day, I'm very transparent, because I don't give a damn one way or another about how people see me or feel about me or what they say about me, because I am going to do exactly what I want to do when it's all said and done. I am responsible for me and my happiness. I'm responsible for that. But I can guarantee you, whoever it was that made that comment, and whoever it was that makes the negative comments that you guys never see because I never let them come through, I'm pretty sure it's a miserable soul that knows me, that I have cut off when I was in my journey, going through my journey of being a better me and being a better parent and a better friend and a better businesswoman and boss and just a better everything, with getting myself together and my life together. You know, my relationship with God, my relationship with my children, my relationship with my employees, my friends, just everybody. It's probably someone that I cut off in that process because they weren't worthy to go down the journey with me. Well, not go down, but continue that journey with me. So I'm sure it's a little sour ass person who makes, and if I would allow you guys to see all the negative comments that come through, you will understand it's not a stranger making them. It's not a stranger doing that. It's not one at all. And I can guarantee you, if I really sat down and thought about it, I can pinpoint who's saying certain things, because everybody that I don't deal with for a reason. And I know how those fools think, and I know how they speak, and I know the certain things that they would say. But I can also damn well guarantee you that not one of them are in a better place than me when it comes to just overall life. Not even financial, but financial wise, emotional wise, relationship wise. You know, not one of them are in a better position in life than me. That's why you're watching me so hard and want to be negative. But I'm going to tell you, at the end of the day, Constance is okay. And Constance is going to be okay because of who I am. I'm going to be okay. God loves me. I have bounced back from things that would have taken the average person the fuck out of here. God loves me. So I'm going to say that. And I'm going to leave that there. But when you speak, you know, be an adult about it. Stop making these fake pages. I mean, who has time to like go and make a fake Gmail so you can comment and make fake comments on people's videos? Who has time at your big age? We're in our 40s, boo. And most of you that are commenting, you're older than me. I mean, you're too old for it. At this point, like, what's your end game? What are you going to get out of it? I'm not embarrassed about anything that I've done. I'm not embarrassed about being in college and meeting Joe and us making babies. I love my children. Y'all see Cilliaya, Jay, and Nadia on my videos. Those are on my children that you, my only children that you will see on my videos. I have 3 very beautiful older humans that I created. I am not ashamed. I would never be ashamed. And like I said, if I can do it over again, I would. I love me some Cam. Cam, love his soul. He is a handsome young man, very respectful young man. I did that. With him, everyone who knows Cam and have met him in real life, everything I hear about him, that kid, well, he's a young man because he's 21, he is so respectful. And just everyone loves him. Everyone loves to be around him. Everyone loves his personality. I did that. My parenting skills did that. Even though I lived through what I lived through when I was married, I did that. Jayla and Nadia, they are turning into the most beautiful little women. And a lot of things that I talk to them about and teach them, you know, because I have real world conversations with my kids, especially my daughters. I'm going to, because I always want them to be better than me and make better decisions than I made. I'm not ashamed about anything when it comes to my parenting and everything I did with them. Baby, I did that. So there's nothing that you can really say with your fake ass comments, because at the end of the day, you can't even address me from your page. You can't even address me head on, talking to me, letting me know who you are. You are afraid to address me as you. You have to hide behind the internet. If I ever come online and say something about somebody, first of all, if I say it, you gonna know who I'm talking about. I'm gonna address you head on. Those who know me know I don't play those games. If I have anything to say to you, motherfucker, I'm gonna tell you. It ain't gonna be no let me create a fake this, fake that, fake this, fake that. I'm gonna tell you when I see you. I'm gonna, you know, approach that situation. We're gonna have a conversation, or I'm gonna call you about it. It is what it is. So you're not even woman enough to address me head on. And if you a man, you should be ashamed of yourself. You shouldn't even have time to even be dealing with me being a female. You should be questioning your manhood. If you have any issue with me, you need to be questioning your manhood. You really do. You might as well have on, you know, some of my lace panties or some of my thongs or some of my bras, boo. You need to put them on. If you have an issue, you do. You need to question your manhood. But there is absolutely nothing you could say when it comes to me not using protection when I began my motherhood journey 21 years ago. I don't give a damn about it. I didn't. And I had fun not using protection. Who cares? I'm minding all of my business. And I'm not making assumptions about nobody that I don't know. And I'm definitely not going to open my mouth and tell a lie about anybody. I'm not going to. If I said it, it's what it is. If I said it, it's what it is. Okay? So if you have anything else to say, comment from your page. Not from something you created when I start talking about my experiences with what I went through. You know? Because if it's who I think it is anyway, you know, you need to live your truth. I'm gonna leave that. So let me move on to something else. I know quite a bit of you guys were concerned that when I made that video, you know, now the scammer wants my money, and I was talking to him, you know, you were, you know, really concerned. I'm telling too much of my business, talking about too much of my finances, you know, on other videos that I made when I was talking about my father and what he had and all of that stuff. Let me just say this to you guys, and I know those comments came from good places, and they weren't malicious or anything like that, and you guys are really just talking because you are concerned about me and about my children. When it comes to my father and everything he had and what he left me, that's not a secret. It's not a secret. Those who actually know me in real life, who watch these videos, they knew who my father was. My father was a very, very, very successful business owner where I'm from. He employed a lot of people. He had to. His company did a lot of constructions on a lot of food lines, not only in North Carolina, but also in South Carolina, several grocery store chains in Tennessee, like, you know, prisons. His company did a lot of work on, you know, federal prisons. My father owned a very, very, very successful construction company, and they employed a lot of people, and they made a lot of money, and it's never been a secret. When my father passed away, there were people coming out the woodworks, you know, trying to sue his estate and get money from stuff. I mean, and I mean, it's like lawsuits that were like much, like a lot, because the people who actually knew who my father was and what that net worth looked like, they knew. There were a lot of things that my father put into place to prevent a lot of that shit. There were things that he spoke with my mother about if something ever happened to him, that she later told me, you know, to prevent a lot of stuff. And my mother did exactly what my father told her to do, because it was for me. And at the end of the day, I was my parents' favorite child. And, you know, I don't say that trying to brag. When I say stuff, guys, it's the truth. My siblings know it. You can tell. They know it. They know it. It's not something that, you know, I ever rubbed in somebody's face or blah, 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 blah. That's why mom and dad love me more. None of that. But it was the truth. So when it comes to my father and whatever he had, and him employing people, and him owning land and owning homes and owning vehicles, that was never a secret. That was never a secret. And that's not something that I discuss with men. And I don't know, wait, I'm gonna get to that part later. But like I said, that's never a secret. It's never been a secret. When I discuss things that I've done since I separated from my ex and really had to rebuild my life financially, I had to rebuild my credit. I mean, I had to rebuild everything. Guys, it's so much stuff that I don't say publicly that I had to go through and overdo because of that relationship. My credit was terrible because instead of me taking care of me and making sure I was okay, I was doing all this shit for him and his family. My credit was terrible. I had to rebuild everything back. You know, I had to rebuild everything back, because when we purchased that home in 2019, I went through like and that's actually when my credit got terrible after that, because when we purchased the home, the lender didn't want my name on the loan because I had so many student loans. So after we purchased the home, it's like everything then financially really fell on me. The mortgage payment, like anything, like y'all seen the videos, like when we were doing like renovations and stuff and just building stuff at the home, it was all me. I was paying for all of that. I was paying for his shit. I was paying for shit for his family. I was financing everything. So, and in doing that, I let things that I was responsible for fall through the crack. I'm sorry, guys. And so when I let everything that I was responsible for fall through the cracks, my credit plunged. And when I say plunged, it plunged, guys. It was terrible. So I had to rebuild everything when it came to me. I had to rebuild my credit. I had to get my credit score out of the low 400s all the way back up to where it is now. My credit score is in all three of them. They're in the 800s now, but I had to rebuild all of that. My credit score, my finances, my physical health, my mental health, everything. So when I discuss certain things that I did and that I have, I'm not discussing that shit trying to brag or anything like that. Hell, I'm discussing it not only for me, but for others who have been through this, for people who have been scammed and used and abused and treated bad. Not only if it's someone that was scammed for a green card, but for people who were, you know, used and abused and treated bad by family members, or by people who were close to you, that you see as family members, that you love them to life, but that's not how they felt about you. Because I had to hustle my way back while I was building my business. I had a first shift and a third shift job. You know, I worked all the time. I worked for Amazon. I had a position at Amazon that was a 10-hour position, and then I had, like, you know, like the little flex jobs where you work 4 to 5 hours. I had that. I also worked for FedEx. I also worked for another factory where, you know, I was dealing with fiber optics. I done that. I, you know, dibbled and dabbled in real estate. So I did all of these things while taking care of my children and rebuilding my credit and saving my money and building my business. You know, I did DoorDash. I did Uber Eats. You know, I did, what is that called, delivery service? I forget the name of it. Uber, yeah. So when I talk about the things that I've been able to accomplish, and, you know, the money that I've made since I've walked away from that relationship, it's not doing it to attract men or to brag, because I don't discuss my assets with any man, ever. I'm not sitting down and discussing assets trying to impress no damn man. When I talk about those type of things, I talk about them here with you guys on YouTube. And I discuss those things really not only for, you know, me and to let myself know, girl, you did that, but also for people who have lived through the same thing or who are going through it, so you can look at me and be like, you know what, she lived through this. She had to come back from nothing. Because when I went through what I went through with that food, and he drained me and sucked me dry, not only was my mental and physical health in a bad place, my finances were terrible. I had less than $200 to my name, but I had so much shit dumped on me, that I had to come back from. And I couldn't call family members and say, hey, I need your help with this, can you help me with this? Or certain friends, hey, I need your help with this, can you help me with this? Because they were too busy talking shit about me. They was too busy doing that. They were too busy playing the I told you so game. You know, they were too busy, you know, wanting me to tell them my business so they could tell everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So I had to dig myself up from that. So when I talk about how I purchased over 20 acres of land last year, I did. You guys are going to see what I'm going to do with it, because when I start developing on that land and doing the things that I want to do, I'm going to share it on YouTube. But I did. And I'm proud of myself for working my ass off to be able to do that, because at the end of the day, I work to make sure my children don't have to struggle. And I work to make sure my children can have that financial freedom, and I'm working towards that financial freedom for me, and I'm never going to apologize for that. And it's not doing it to brag and boast or none of that. The people who have really lived through shit and had to fight your way through shit and fight your way back from something, you get it, you understand. When I'm sitting here, you know, and I did that video and I talked about how my vehicle was over $60,000 and I don't have a truck payment, I'm proud of myself. That's money I made after I left that relationship. How when I purchased this home, how this home was $325,000, but I only have a $50,000 mortgage payment. That came from my hard work, me, what I've done after I left that relationship, because I refused to beg and tell everybody my business and make excuses and just be like, oh, woe is me and fuck it. No, that came from me grinding and grinding and grinding and working and working and working. So I'm not going to apologize for that, even though I know some of your comments aren't like that, and you're worried, but there's some people who are. But like I said, I talk about this stuff to let people know who have dealt with it and who have gone through it. Baby, you can get through this too. You can get through it too. Just because you went through that doesn't mean you stay stuck where you are. Because even in one of the conversations that I blocked so you guys couldn't see, one of the little ignorant fools talking about I was only able to purchase my house and my vehicle because I sold the house that my ex purchased, and a lot of other shit. I wouldn't have money if it wasn't for that. Girl, let me tell you something. And I just had to, you know, that shit tickled me, because I'm like, people will always try to do stuff to downplay you and downplay what you have achieved. Just let me break this down for you. That house that I sold, $156,000. It was $156 or $157. It could have been $159. It may have been $159,000 was still owed on that house at the time I sold it. So let me pull out the phone. Let's do some calculations. So let me open my calculator. So I sold that house for $250,000. So $250,000 minus, because I do think I owed $159,000 on that house when I sold it. With everything, it was $159,000. So after that home was sold, what was left was $91,000. Out of that $91,000, I gave the buyers I think it was, didn't I give them, I think it ended up being an $11,000 credit, because at first I gave them $3,000 and then I added $8,000 to it. It was, I think it was something like that. I have to look back at the paperwork. But I think I gave them like an $8,000 credit. If I'm not correct, I'll put it up here and tell you guys. But I know at first it was a $3,000 credit that I gave them, and then it came back after the inspection. So many other things was wrong with the house that I knew I wasn't going to fix. So I think I gave them an additional $8,000, which made it $11,000 credit. So let's take $11,000 from that $91,000. 11,000. That's $89,900. And then had to pay the realtors. Let's take their portion out, and their portion was like $14,000 and something. It was 14, so I'm gonna just say $14,700. Take their portion out, and then let's take out what I had to pay my broker. His fee was a flat fee. It was almost $7,000. Let's take that out, and then let's take out what I had to pay the title company and the attorneys and all of that. Let's take that out. At the end of the day, after everything was paid, I walked away with $65,000 from the sale of that house. $65,000. That's all. That's all. That is all I walked away with. And when it comes to everything that I put into it, I actually lost because I damn sure put more than $65,000 into it. But that's all I walked away with. $65,000. I couldn't pay my vehicle off, plus what I did with this house with that. I couldn't have purchased all of that land with that. Hell, I purchased all of my land before I even sold the home. You know, so when I read that comment, but you guys never saw it because it's not one of the comments that I let come through. Oh, you're only able to, you know, buy your vehicle and buy your new home and all of this stuff because of your ex, and he bought this home for you and you sold it and refused to give him any money. Like, no, no, no. That's all I got from that home. So what I did when it comes to my home and my vehicle and everything, I did me. My hard work. My hard work. So you're not going to take away what I've done building for me, because no, he did. That's all I got. He had nothing to do with this home or my vehicle or what I about purchased in my home or my land or what I'm doing, you know, to develop that land and do the things I want to do on it for me and for my children. You know, people will always try to downplay you and downplay your hard work. Like, you know, people just can't. And it's always people, you know, that's how I know that those negative comments coming from people I know, because strangers don't do that. Strangers have done nothing but support me and my businesses and here on my YouTube and all of that stuff and my children. It's always the fuckers you know that are your number one haters. Always. There was another comment, I should have, you know, a lot of you guys say, you know, I should have known better. I should have known that I was being scammed. And you know what? I'm going to agree with you. I'm not going to disagree. I should have known better. I should have known better. That was a situation that I shouldn't have put myself in. But I did. I should have known better. I am not at all going to, you know, disagree, because I did put myself in that situation. I should have known better. I should have known I was being scammed, you know. But it is what it is. And then there are a lot of comments from you guys talking about how you survived, you know, this situation, you know, whether it be someone from Nigeria or somewhere else in the African continent, or I get a lot of Jamaicans, a whole lot of them. And, you know, what I would say to you guys is just keep fighting. You know, don't allow someone to have that much power over your life. Guys, you get one life. And when I tell you guys, I'm going to be happy and I don't give a damn who has anything to say about it. I don't care. I'm going to be happy. You know, I'm going to be. I love where I am now when it comes to me and my children and our relationships, my relationship with God and my faith, my relationship with my friends and my employees, my relationship, you know, because it was difficult for me to get myself to a point to where I actually wanted to trust a man and let a man in. And me knowing him and knowing who he is, it was just easy. It was easy with him. And, you know, and I just had to be honest. When I look back on all the relationships that I've ever been in and how I felt, I have never felt about any man the way that I feel about him. The love that I have for him, I've never had for another man. Never. I've never felt that. And I refuse to allow that one situation that I was in and that one horrible thing that happened to me to make me so afraid that I couldn't allow this man to love me when I know him. When I know him, he is the only man other than my father that I have ever felt safe with, because I know him and I know what he's going to do and I know what he's not going to do. I know him. And those of you who are watching, who are going through these situations or who have been through it, I'm praying that you find your person that you're safe with. And I'm praying that you don't be afraid to allow them to love you. Don't be afraid to allow them to love you because of what you dealt, what you lived through and what you dealt with. Don't be. Don't be. Don't be. Don't grow old alone because you push away who God has sent for you because you made a bad decision and brought someone in your life that God didn't want there. And then when God sends you who's supposed to be there, you push him away because you're afraid. Don't be. Let the person who's supposed to love you. And stop inviting trash into your life and allow people to talk. Who cares? Child, I don't give a damn what people say about me. Because the ones who talk and they be so miserable. If you have that much time and energy to be negative and all this foolish towards someone else, ain't nothing positive going on in your life. It ain't. Can't be. It ain't. There was another comment saying anyone that you bring from another country is scamming you. You should let them get here, on their own. Never assist them. Saying you should never assist a man, period. It's called being desperate. And I did comment on that and say that it's not being desperate, it's just a lack of good judgment. But we all have our opinions, but I do agree with you that bringing someone here from another country is not a good idea. There are ways that they can get here. It's definitely not a good idea. And I don't think it's desperate because not all women are desperate. I've never been a desperate woman. Have I always made good decisions? No. When I look back on it, I'm like, because I did. There were so many things when it came to finances that I've done that I never should have done. A man is supposed to lead, And if a woman has to do all these financial things for you and all these other things, how's she going to be submissive and follow you? You can't lead. She's leading, not you. So, when it comes to that, I can agree with that. What you guys telling me that you're proud of me and, how beautiful I am, how happier me and my children are now. And just, congratulating me on, keeping it moving. Pretty much just keeping it moving. Thank you guys. I'm going to always keep it moving. When I look at my kids, I just thank God. I thank God for my kids. I thank God for everything that I went through. Because if I was listening to him and being obedient in the beginning, I never would have gone through this stuff. If I would have been looking at those red flags and using my common sense, I never would have gone through this stuff. But I thank you guys because I fought my way back, guys. I fought my way back. I'm the type of person I refuse to be down in the dumps. I refuse not to make it. I refuse to let someone dictate how I live my life and and my happiness, because when I was in that relationship, I spent so much time feeling like I wasn't adequate enough, I wasn't good enough, I wasn't worthy enough. And now that I have, through prayer and through therapy and through talking things out and trusting God, now that I've gotten myself back to that place where I know I am adequate enough, I know I am worthy enough. Hell, actually, I'm too worthy for certain people. I'm more than enough. And I know that now. And I'm just thankful that God has allowed me to get back to that place where I could wake up and be like, bitch, like really snap out of it. So, I'm thankful for that. So when I read like those positive comments and you guys are just showing, so much love, I really, really appreciate that, because y'all just don't understand how many nights I stayed up on my knees and on my face praying and crying, asking for God to make me whole again, to make me whole for me, so I could be whole for my children. And that was it, God. Just make me whole for me. If you make me whole again, God, and whole for me, I can move and be the woman that I need and the parent that I need to be. And I'm just glad that God has done that, because y'all, we all gonna go through stuff. We all gonna go through stuff. But I do read y'all comments, even though some of them, you know, I don't respond unless I'm just you know, busy and can't. And then some of you guys, you know, talk about how, because I know when I talked about how as black women, you know, we can be so disrespected and things by other cultures, and how some of you guys just acknowledge and agree, you know, with that. Because it's like, as black women, we could do so much, but it's like everyone hates us. Why? Hold on for a second, guys. I'm gonna finish this video up in a moment. Give me a second, guys. I need to go take care of this. Girl, when I tell y'all, I was sitting here editing some videos, doing some stuff for work, and I realized that I never came back and finished this video. Guys, today is what is it, January what? Oh my goodness. Today is Monday, January the 22nd. What did I tell y'all? I started this video. It was in the beginning of January. It's at least been, what, 2 weeks since I started this video and didn't finish, but I just came back because I just wanted to, you know, touch on a few more things and end this video, guys. And my dishwasher is on, guys. Sorry about that. But yeah, and don't pay no attention to my hair. I gotta go to work in the morning, so it is what it is. But I needed to come back and finish this video, so I said, Lord, let me go finish this video, because I never finished it. Looking through the video, and I'm not going to beat a dead horse and, you know, rediscuss anything that I discussed. But when it came to that comment, that, you know, because a lot of comments, guys, when they're negative, a lot of them y'all don't see them because I don't approve them to come through. But I did put up, when I was discussing it, you know, the real stats of, you know, the money and everything that I received from the sale of my house, you know, the sale of my old house. You know, because people always want to put things out there and minimize your hard work and minimize what you do and minimize your value and, you know, the things that you have been able to accomplish. And the thing about me, I have receipts. I have everything in black and white. There is absolutely nothing that I'm gonna allow someone to minimize when it comes to me. I worked my ass off for what I have, for my children and I. No one is going to minimize that. With or without me selling that home, I would have everything that I have. With or without me selling that home, I would have all the land that I purchased. I would have this home. I would have my vehicles. I would have my businesses. I would have my bank accounts. I would have my degrees. Everything that I have, I would have it. You know, my kids will have what they have. People will always try, you know, to come in and do that to me, but it is what it is. And, you know, like I said, because I put it up on the screen, you know, 65,000. It was actually 64,000 and some change or whatever, you know, but I put the exact numbers on there. Instead of rounding it up, I put the exact numbers on there down to the cents. Because like I said, you know, you're not going to minimize me and what I, you know, done and what I've worked hard for. And I'm not going to not talk about it, you know. I'm not going to not talk about it. And I get what, you know, some of you guys are saying, the ones that are coming from a good place. But one thing I'm gonna say to you, and I don't know if I made that, if I, you know, gave you guys, you know, that perception or whatever, that when I meet people, I talk about assets and I was left this and I have this and I have that. You know, if I gave you guys that perception, I apologize for that, because I don't discuss any of my assets with anyone other than my accountant and attorneys that I deal with for business purposes and certain things. That's not their business. I can tell you when it's to a point to where well, I'm not gonna say that that's nobody's business, but that's just not who I am. That's not what I do. I don't, you know, sell myself to people. Oh, come and date me and be with me because I have XYZ. Guys, I live a very simple life. I'm very simple. You know, I buy what I want and what I need, but I'm very simple. I can afford a lot more than I have, but that's just not who I am. You know, I worked hard for what I have, and I'm proud of myself, and I'm going to continue to work hard for what I want. And you know, in a lot more videos that you guys are going to see in 2024, I'm gonna bring you guys and let you guys see some of my work stuff. I'm definitely gonna bring you and let you guys see what I'm gonna do with some of, you know, with my land. I'm gonna let you guys see some of the things that I'm gonna do here, you know, at my new home when it's warmer outside. When it comes to my businesses, you know, I'm gonna let you guys see some of that. But I worked hard for what I have. No one has given it to me. And I'm just thankful that I was able to, you know, triple what I have when I walked away from everybody and everything that God said wasn't for me. You know, and sometimes y'all just have to do that. Y'all have to stop being afraid to walk away from what doesn't serve you. Hold on, guys. Lord, look at that. The dead has risen. I'm sick of your ass. I don't think I talked to you but what, once in 2024?
Has it? Did we talk to you?
Oh, they know that I talked to you in 2024. I called you. I said, I bet that nigga probably at work. Let me call her ass to see what she doing. I'm back, y'all. I tell you, my friends, they calling me. But listen, guys, I'm gonna say this, then I'm gonna end the video. But like I was saying before, if I gave off some type of vibe like I meet people and be like, I have blah 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 blah, honey, that is totally incorrect. That's not what we do. That's not that's totally not. And one thing that I can say, because I'm gonna be honest, I knew better when I met who I brought here from Nigeria and was scammed for a green card. I knew better. I knew better. I knew that was someone who was beneath me and someone who didn't deserve me or my time. I knew better. I just made a decision and I didn't do better, but I knew better. So, and I can tell you, never ever will I again be with anyone who has less than me, who's beneath me, because he definitely was. I mean, he definitely was. And I don't discuss assets with anyone. That's just not what I'm going to do. Now, if me and that person or like different, you know, I know what he has, he know what I have. If there's a coming to the mind and, you know, we are going to become one person, there will definitely be a prenup somewhere up and around and through it and whatever, you know, it is what it is. So it is what it is, because at the end of the day you have to protect yourself, and I never in life would be where I'm dealing with anyone else and not protecting myself. But child, I don't discuss no assets. I don't do that. I don't do that. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. I am never going to minimize who I am for someone else. I worked hard for what I have. I'm proud to have everything that I have because it wasn't given to me. I worked for it. Even if I didn't have, you know, even if my father didn't leave me anything, I'm still okay. You know what I mean? I'm still okay. I still can live. I still can maintain. I still can provide for my children, and I am still okay. I'm still okay. So, you know, I'm not going to minimize me to make anyone else happy. I'm never going to do that again. Because when I was in that relationship, I definitely minimized me. And I was used. And I'm never going to do that again. But, yeah, but guys, if y'all have any questions or comments, you know, you can put them down below. Y'all already know the little trolls will be taken care of. We're not doing that. And we're just going to keep it moving. But this video really was to address, you know, some of y'all comments and concerns, because those comments and concerns that you guys have, those are the ones that I see the most on videos and that I get the most emails and things about. So I wanted to address those, and you know, I wanted to address the two little troll comments, you know, talking about I was able to afford what I have because I sold that home, and I put up here what I received for it. I was very honest about what I purchased this home for, what I purchased my vehicle for. I only want to talk about what I purchased my land for. I live in North Carolina. I purchased a whole lot of land. I don't even want to talk about that. The money I received from that house didn't put a dent in the things that I have done. That's all me. So no one is going to take credit for me and my hard work. Just not gonna do it. You know, I addressed the other, you know, little comment about, you know, the idiot talking about kids, you know, men moving in with my children, just crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. Get you some business about yourself. You know, talk from your real page. You know, I feel sorry for you. I hate that for you. You can't address me head on. I hate that for you. I really hate that for you. Am I that intimidating? Because I really don't try to be. At the end of the day, I really mind my business, and I come on YouTube and I am very open and transparent about me and my experiences in my life and how I have been able to overcome things, you know. So I'm me. I'm transparent. I'm going to always be me. I feel sorry for you that you can't be you. You're afraid to be you. But the little old me who really don't give a fuck about you either way. You know, either way you split it, don't give a damn about you. You can be yourself. You may catch me on a day and, you know, we could talk it out nicely. You may catch me on a day, I may curse your ass out. You just may, you never know. I'm a Gemini. You may catch the nice twin or the not so nice twin. You just never know. You just and that may be what it is. I don't know. But I know everyone, you know, I know those negative comments are coming from idiots that I left behind. You know, so it is what it is. It is what it is. But y'all, that's this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Love you guys to life. Love you guys to pieces. Don't forget to always pray. Put God first. Love on those who love you back. And I will see y'all in my next video, my loves.